So I'm sure you've all heard of the new shonen on the block. Well, if you haven't, it's called Kagura Bachi. It currently has one chapter and is about, well, you guessed it, Kagura Bachi. Kagura Bachi is the son of a famous swordsmith, Kunishigi Rokuhira, who is known for making some of the best swords and also made swords during the Sete War, which at the current time of the story takes place in 18 years in the past. This is a world of great swordsmiths and sorcerers, and while we don't know anything yet about the Sete War, we know that swordsmiths were important to it. The story starts 3 years in the past, where we see Baki being trained by his father to become a great swordsmith, and we learn about his drive for the profession as well. His father then speaks to him about swords that he makes can cause innocent people to die or justice to be served, and it is up to him to carry that burden. When we flash forward to the future, we see Baki meeting up with his dad's old friend from the flashback. Then they hop on a train and head to a city. We also see that Baki has a new scar on his face, which his dad's friend mentions removing, presumably with sorcery, but he says he doesn't want to, as he wants to be reminded of whatever caused the scarring. We see innocent people's dead corpses strung up high in the center of the city. The Yakuza are responsible. Baki decides he needs to take revenge for these cold-blooded murders, and we see him along with his friend kill Yakuza thugs. We learn that his blade was the last made by his father, and is imbued with sorcerer energy, and he interrogates the Yakuza thug leader about where the sorcerer group the Yakuza thugs hired are located. Now, I'm sure I don't have to introduce Goku, if you've ever seen an anime in your life, but just in case. Goku's a Saiyan, an alien race of people that look like humans but have monkey tails, and have the ability to become stronger and stronger from near-death experiences. Eventually, Goku becomes on the level of gods and is able to defeat pretty much anyone. He's considered one of the strongest in his verse and can beat almost anyone in universe scaling, not mentioning Saitama, but I don't want to touch that with a 10-foot pole. Now you may be thinking, duh, Kagura Bachi doesn't have any good feats, there's only a single chapter of the manga out. Wrong! You're wrong! On page 51 of Kagura Bachi, we see him slice Fraud Kuna, king of frauds, in half. Fraud Kuna, as much as I hate to say it, scales to Gojo. Meaning, Kagura Bachi is at least on the level of Gojo. Now why is this important? Look at the photo. Does this look like a man that loses to Goku? Exactly. Baki also off-screen kills a bald guy on pages 42 to 45. Why is this important? That bald guy probably had cancer. And you know who can't beat cancer? Goku. But you know who can? Kagura Bachi. How do I know he can beat cancer? I know he can because he killed the bald guy. Now let's take a moment to look at Goku's feats. Goku has fought toe-to-toe with the god of destruction, Beerus, someone who can instantly vaporize planets and is able to spar with Whis, who is stronger than Beerus, and is meant to watch over him. Goku also has mastered Ultra Instinct, which gives him the power to instinctively dodge anything. So you might be thinking, well, how does Baki get around Goku's insane level of strength and the ability to dodge anything? Well, that's a stupid question, and you're stupid for even asking it. Baki, on pages 48 and 49, is shown using an attack called Black. Now you might be asking, why is this relevant? Well, think about it. The color black absorbs all other colors. Now, what color is MUI's hair? White. Black absorbs white. Therefore, if Kagura Bachi uses black, the MUI energy will be absorbed, and Baki will get the powers of MUI. How do I know this is how the power works? I'm just guessing. And my mom says I'm smart, so I'm probably right. You need more evidence that Baki wins? Shit, I don't know. Well, Baki in pages 54 and 55, they reveal that his motives are to find a sorcerer group and kill them, I guess. And and you know who else is a sorcerer hunter? Toji Fushiguro. Now you might argue that Toji was already beaten by Gojo, meaning that scaling is pointless for him. But, think about it. Baki's name is Kagura Bachi. And what's his dad's name? Kunishigi Rokuhira. Now, why are their last names different? This is because Baki's real dad is actually Toji. Now, you might be thinking, but Toji's last name is also different. But how do I know they're related? They both have a face scar, they both wield swords imbued with some sort of sorcerer energy, and they both have black hair. The connections are unquestionable. They are clearly father and son, meaning Toji left behind 2 sons for the second time after killing himself when he was resurrected at Shibuya. Before we get to the conclusion of this video, we have to talk about our sponsor, Joe's Philly Cheesesteak House. Do you like Philly cheesesteaks? I sure do. At Joe's Philly Cheesesteak House, not only do you get the best food around, but you also get entertainment. It really is food in the show. At Joe's, they have a giant aquarium with live sharks, and you can pay $5 to knock a worker into the water with the sharks. Have fun betting with your friends on if the worker survives or not. Psst, bet on the shark killing the worker, hint hint. Joe's LLC is not responsible for any shark-related deaths on premise. If you sign for the job, they hold no accountability. In conclusion, Kagura Bachi easily beats Goku, even with MUI. Baki has the ability to absorb MUI and beat cancer, which is something not even Goku could manage. He's also the son of Toji Fushiguro, meaning he can probably fade Goku or something. Anyway, Goku gets dusted, and if you disagree, you're wrong.